Basketball on Fox Sports Southwest. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena in Salt Lake City. Utah has a win this year over the Mavericks. Here on the starting line, it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Dennis Smith Jr. game, including making 5 first-half threes. A lot of close games we saw. It unfortunately negated a made basket for Dallas. Now in the lane, they still come away with a made basket out of the team. Even though the numbers this year might not indicate that. They just force a Dallas turnover, and off the steal, it's brought all the way up the floor. He's in front of Dennis Smith Jr. Coming away with another steal. Donovan Mitchell open off a Rudy Gobert screen. Missed the three. Gobert offensive rebound. Going back up.
That attempt that time by Gobert, and it made it look wild.
Luka drive off the glass. 23 points last night for Luka. 9 of 16 for the floor. He was the leading scorer in the game for Dallas, but a lot of people did some heavy lifting last night. But a lot of difficult nights. All has added up to 33% shooting from the floor. The Jazz in front by 3. Now 5 as Rubio goes up top to Smith to Jordan, who moves it along to Barnes. A jab step on the baseline, and Money on that.
Things happen. That time he chose to pull up and knock down the outside shot.
Joe Ingles has made threes out of both corners now. 19 for the floor in that game. Jazz won it 113-104. Ball is lost by Donovan Mitchell, but it caroms back to him, and Derek Favors has to take it.
For the Mavericks, and we keep talking about him missing games last year. It's kind of as Luka
to New York. Last night he had 11 points and 3 block shots. Running the floor is Jordan, and he catches from Luka and finishes with authority up top. What about the three-point percentage? And keep in mind, it's on a high volume of shots, too. Luka's averaging almost 7. Finney Smith off the top corner of the backboard. Got the ball back. No shot clock reset, though. And Alec Burks swats away. Crowder averaging almost 17 points over the last 5 games. 14 a game for the season. And off a Utah turnover, now Crowder's on the board. Going in a moment ago for Utah, Dante Exum and Royce O'Neal. And Exum finds Favors. That is, to your point about turnovers, 7 now in the first quarter for the Mavs. Last minute of the first quarter. First quarter where Dallas is shooting 41%, and they have 7 turnovers.
Ball team, but we got to protect that basketball. Nice find that time.
Late clock. O'Neal catches, goes right to the cup. Has really cooled off after starting the season so well, shooting threes. Tipped away from him by Salah. Dennis Smith Jr. came back into the timeout, and he's blocked. Brunson's in. Brunson didn't play last night until the very end of the game against Washington. But he's in here in the second quarter. Rick looking for answers. Second night of the
once they make it.
And your leash is going to be a little bit shorter when it comes to the opportunity to argue. Jalen Brunson in the corner. A drive, a jump stop, way up and in. A shot from the floor. Only points that scored to come at the free throw line. Alec Burks will be...
We're just dribbling it. Everybody's watching.
A step back 3. Luka hits it. When you need a basket, that, my friends, is a good place to go. Doncic just hit a three-pointer. He leads Dallas with 7 points in the game. Oh, and another shot goes in with a foul.
You've seen it?
On par with something only done by Oscar Robertson. Wide open 3, Alec Burks. A little burst here by Dallas, where Doncic has been a part of it. And Matthews just went to the free throw line. And Alec Burks, been part of last year in Cleveland before being traded here to Utah. And as Harp noted the last time these two teams got together, he is an all-around contributor, which is what, with the Harp, maybe the rebounding has been a little bit better than we all expected.
Yeah, 6 is pretty good for assists for him. This
the imagination, but I don't think he's struggling by any stretch.
I don't mean any harm. That's a great find by Ingles.
Percent this season. Crowder for 3. That bottom spot in the league when it comes to three-point defense. Opponents 43% against them this year. Mavs do answer 12, and Joe Ingles caught my eye because he's right there next to Dennis Smith, just outside the top 20 in the NBA in drives per game. Outside position for an offensive rebound. Smart decision to go back outside.
Nice pass.
And there's the overplay again. Ingles rushed. Still a long path, with a couple of steps being made. But 4-6, their record coming into play tonight. They've lost 4 straight. Barnes under the defense and all the way through to the basket.
Yeah, I like that decision by Harrison that time. Harrison is so intelligent as a player. Wow.
Gobert again.
It was the second half.
That second half will be upon us. Oh, here in a moment, but first, the first half ends with Donovan Mitchell doing that. Had it poked away by Joe Ingles. Ingles runs the floor, double clutches, and Mitchell with a putback. Posterizing that he had at the end of the first half. Luka blocked in the paint. 6 left on the shot clock. Dennis Smith Jr. 3-ball up top against the defense and not able to twist around Jordan and connect on a layup. 1-3, Barnes back-to-back play about how deep that shot was. Mitchell wants a 3 now, and he hits it. That's his first one. It doesn't happen in the game.
You know the first guy that comes to mind for me?
As Mitchell hits a 3? Who's that?
It's Blake Griffin. Sometimes I think you're so shocked that you're open like that.
Doncic beats the defense, and he does finish. Another defensive stop. Utah inside. Mitchell couldn't convert. 3 hit at the other. Dennis had 19 points last night. 7 dimes as well. That was a season high. 6th season in the NBA. In the paint, Matthews. Outside to Luka. And it is that. Jordan does not get blocked in situations like that very often. And it's Jay Crowder going baseline.
Yeah, it was. There's the shove right there, and he lost his balance. And obviously...
Hey, man, I don't want anybody messing with the new franchise.
No, I don't.
Jingles has just made me mad, okay? JJ came in a moment ago, dribble handoff with Luka, sets himself and nails another 3-pointer. On the move, Alec Burks. He will launch the 3 over DeAndre Jordan. Eagle on a post-up. Got inside with a little baby hook. Inbounds pass to Powell, end of the 3rd quarter. Powell taking it to the basket, that will go.
The Mavs have benefited from it.
Yep. 99-85 is where things stand right now, but Utah...
Mitchell has in his game. That's shot selection sometimes. Nice attack.
Runs it inside, and a patient attack as well. Oh, and he stole the inbounds pass, and his second try goes in.
I love Brunson. Keep in mind, he's been in a lot of big games. No moment is too big for him.
All the way to the basket. Barea block. Not in terms of tempers, but in terms of scoring. It's come to a halt. Mitchell does something about it.
Getting in the rim.
22 is what he averages. He has 18 tonight. DeAndre Jordan plowing his way to the basket. And
right here.
And they got him going downhill. Mitchell, but Doncic are outside to Crowder. I'm sorry, Crowder with it. Now 5 fouls on DeAndre Jordan. On the move inside Crowder, and even bobbling it, he still is able to control it and lay it in. Jordan almost had it. Mitchell, not sure they needed to do that, but Mitchell drains it.
One of those shots.
Way too many. Crowder for 3. Offensive rebound and slam dunk on the putback, Derek Favors.
I saw it. And I call Sham. People did not.
Rubio for 3. And that will...
We're desperate tonight. I mean, from start to finish.
Because overall, they had a 4-game losing streak as well. Not just the 4 home start.
Without Mitchell.
But the 4-game losing streak is over for Utah. The Mavs are now at 3-8 and headed home to play the Oklahoma City Thunder, which will be Mavs Saturday night, brought to you by Geico. Coming up with a 7:30 pregame and an 8 o'clock game on Saturday, Mavs and Thunder. The final tonight is Utah 117, Dallas 102.
You know what I'm going to say, Mark? It's as simple as this. You fall behind 20-plus points the whole first half, and you fight so much to try to get yourself back in the game. They did that with that second unit.